So, as teachers, as I've mentioned many times, we have to be really critical and really thoughtful about the materials and resources that we use in the classroom. And I'm sure, I hope, many of you have heard of the term of mirrors, windows, and sliding doors. And this is something from Dr. Bishop. She wrote this article, wonderful article, that talks about how children need books that are mirrors where they can see themselves. They need books that are windows where they can see others, and books that are sliding doors where they can step into the worlds of others and take on all kinds of different roles. Um, so we still really have an issue that the majority of books are written by white authors and have white characters. And so in terms of racial diversity, there's many different types of diversity, but I'm just thinking in terms of racial diversity, it's really important that uh, we use a wide range of books in our classrooms. But I'm asking you to think even more critically, right? And I know that this was not something that I did in the beginning as a teacher. This is something that I've had to learn, and I should have learned much earlier. And I want to teach you now because I think it's really important for you to learn this even before you step into your own classrooms. But it is absolutely not enough to just have books that represent different characters, different racial characters. For instance, this is a book, Secret Valentine. And in this story, it's a little black girl. Um, but this story is not written by an author that is black, and it doesn't identify anything in terms of black culture. So this is kind of problematic. So, one of the things that I really want you to think about when you're choosing a book is not only that you're representing characters that are typically marginalized in children's literature, but also that you're representing authors' own voices, stories. So, stories, if it's a story um, by somebody who the main character is an African American boy, then it's important that the author is also an African American and probably male as well, right? Because having other people represent your experience is problematic. So I want you to look for own voices. And if you look at the library guide in Novelist, it shows you a way to do that. And I want you to choose a book that is culturally diverse. And if you're thinking in terms of race, then I want to you that it's not a book where the main character's white, and it's not a book written by a white author. So, um, yeah, it's really easy for us to just grab a book off the shelf, and if we do that, the chances are that we are not going to be thinking critically about the text that we are using. And this is really important too, it should be a book that you love, because then you will be able to share that book and show your love for that book with your students.